What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to some more Budget Racers. We first of all want to apologize for not having made a video in like a month and a half. As you can see, things are a little bit different. We're at a new house, which is mine, and then the same roommate I had before, and then another one. Steven lives like literally 2 streets over, so it couldn't have worked out any better. 2-car garage, totally for Budget Racer stuff, which is badass. And what we're going to be working on today is just trying to get the ECU wired in. I'll show you in just a second that we took the piping where the blow-off valve was going to be mounted to, and we're getting it properly welded instead of some jalopy-ass hose clamps, so that way there's no chance for a boost leak, which we're pretty sure we had. Once we get the ECU wired in and that back, then the only thing left is to try and stop the oil leaks, which I'm going to do, or attempt to do, and then it's ready for tuning. So hopefully within like a week or 2 from the date of this video being released, we'll be ready for a tune. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the car doesn't blow up. In the meantime, we haven't been driving it at all because we don't want to blow it up, so we'll see. We've got some solid work to do today though, so it's going to be a little while. So this is looking pretty complicated. So it's, of all of these, we only need like 13 or 14 of them, and those are the ones in this little packet right here. So this packet is just for the piggyback system, and then we have to find in this giant ass list which one is which. If anybody needs this, I'll publish this online, because I had to buy this manual, which is like 70 bucks, because I couldn't find the ECU pinout anywhere. Not that I think anybody will need a 2004 Hyundai Sonata Auto Trans ECU pinout anytime soon, but who knows? Maybe people will want to watch that now, or do it themselves after watching this. So there's that. And then, like I said, let me show you up front under the engine bay, or under the hood, what we got going on. We got that piece of pipe missing, obviously, and so what we're gonna do is, right where the blow-off valve was sitting right here, that section of pipe is being welded together, and they're actually gonna get the blow-off valve mounted for us, which is awesome. I don't think I mentioned Emerald Coast Motorsports is doing this for us. Extremely thankful for everything that they've done for us so far, and that's who we're gonna be tuning with. So anything that you need, Subaru, Mustang, Mitsubishi, so many companies, Nissan, they tune all of those. So anytime you guys need that, definitely check them out. And we're actually very likely going to be doing something extremely special with them once the Sonata is completed. So we'll see how that pans out here in the future. How's it going over here, Steven?
Yeah, we're good.
Still trying to decipher all of the cables. So this is the other roommate I was talking about, Tomas. So he'll probably be in the videos from now on. And hopefully he'll be getting a car at some point. You want to do what, like a 240 or something?
Hopefully.
Something supremely rice.
Super bummer.
Super
awesome.
Bummer?
Bummer as shit.
No.
We should actually do that right there.
That Jetta. Red Jetta?
Make it, yeah. Plume black smoke.
I probably enjoy right there, guys.
TDI it up.
Runs like a dream.
Kind of. Depends on who you ask. I also forgot to show you, things are getting really legit. At the moment, we have some furniture we're building up there, so that's why the car's not all the way in the garage. But we built this tight-ass workbench and attached a vise to it. Bought a bunch of Harbor Freight special tools, and so things are getting really legit. We're going to probably put some shelving up there and stuff, but we've only been here like 2 weeks now, so just barely getting set up. And then we also found a stop sign that got knocked over during a storm, and we snagged that, so it's pretty cool. All right, Steven, how's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a little bit more complicated than you thought.
C442.
So you have to decipher like where it originates, find it down there in that cramped ass dark space.
Well, no, I have to find out where it comes from, and then where on the plug that wires actually is, and then which one to cut. And then I have to put one of these.
Well, dude, that looks like a lot more manageable than that giant cluster you have taped off down there, which you don't need.
Yeah. But there's no light, which is cool. But my phone fits perfectly in the AC duct.
So there is a light.
Yeah.
You don't even need one.
All right.
And then we got Cody over here giving directions.
Trying to. All right, so B5.
We'll check back in a few minutes. So as you can see, there's now Teflon tape on the oil drain line because I took that off, and the spot where it was leaking was actually just where the thread meets on that red and silver part. It wasn't leaking out of the pan itself, which is great. And then we also did the same thing on the bolt, put a new little gasket on it for the pan itself, so that's not going to leak. Then the last bit is going to be where the feed line, where we tap that, as you can see right there. We got to put some tape around those threads, and that should be the end of the leakage. We drained all the oil, made a giant ass mess, but that's not the pan, that one's jalopy, it's over there. And then that way we can put some fresh oil in it. And we also wanted to just inspect the oil that we had. We only ran it like probably 20 miles, but just to be sure that everything was good. And that's about it. So Steven just fluxed the first wire, as you can see right there. Do the classic bomber zoom in and bring it back out. And here in a second he's going to solder that. So obviously we're not going to show you all 13 wires, but that's what it's looking like right now. Once he's all done, we'll be able to put the actual FIC right above the other one and either Velcro it down, because the bottom one's going to be bolted, so if we have someone to attach it, then they can just chill on top of each other. And that'll be that. So hopefully this goes to plan.
We should grab the T-square.
So Steven's made some really good progress. I think you've done, what, 3 of the 4 injectors?
No, I've done all of them except for the injectors.
Oh, nice. And then there's a couple grounds we have to figure out, but that shouldn't be too bad. And then for my oil stuff, we got the return line figured out. I can't really get to it easily. Like I already showed you, got the oil return line figured out. But then this side never leaked, the top end of the feed. On the bottom, we got the little bit we tapped. Got that all wrapped up and nice. Only the top half of it was actually leaking. The bottom part was fine, but I just wanted to be doubly safe, not make any mistakes. And then there's my oil mess down there. So as you can see, it's not the cleanest, but at least there's cardboard laid down. So unfortunately on this plug that Steven's working on, which is the injectors, he did them backwards. Just solder them back together, I guess.
I don't know if there's going to be enough wire there when I put them back together for it all to plug in without it like stretching.
That's pretty brutal. Do what you gotta do. So my portion of this is done. I got all the spots that were leaking tightened up and fitted with the thread tape so they shouldn't leak anymore. I think it was just that they didn't have proper seals. And some of them were more loose than I ever expected they would be, so I'm going to add my oil. Steven went up to the store to get some extra wire to fix the injector issue that he created for himself. And he was getting pretty close, so hopefully, as you can see, the sun is setting like normal on a Budget Racers day where things are supposed to go to plan and never do. But I guess that's just normal car stuff. And maybe a couple more hours.
Hopefully not.
This is what it looks like when you have to go back and fix some bullshit. It's pretty sketchy, but I'm not mad at it. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's what?
Whack.
As what?
Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty bummer. What's going on over here?
You want to fix the pipe?
Are you welding it back together?
No.
What are you fixing?
I'm soldering it back together. It's actually better than a weld.
It's stronger, right?
Yeah.
Holds more permanently. Steven has 3 more wires in there, but his back was starting to hurt. And this metal bar underneath these blankets right there is getting to him, he said. So we're super close. And then we can try to fire it up. So far...
Finishing it.
What?
We don't have that resistor for the O2 sensor, so we can't start it tonight.
Yeah, we can. We don't need that. I don't know. Greg hasn't responded yet, so I don't know if we need that. Let's just not do that. Because they're going to have to use a wideband anyway in the exhaust, and ours is not wideband.
Right. I don't know. I left the O2 sensor wire separate than the rest. It's not bundled up with the stuff we don't need.
Okay.
But it's also not wired in because we don't have that resistor for it.
Well, hopefully he responds and we can see if we need that.
Yeah.
Let me check the oil leaks and see if there's any evidence of leakage yet, because there's been oil in the car for about half an hour now, and we're bone dry. Fuck yeah. I don't know if that's actually any indication that we are totally legit, but we'll see. As you can tell, the new day has dawned, and the car is right here. It hasn't leaked any oil, which is awesome. So just that simple thread tape worked perfect. We had to drive 25 miles, technically 50 round trip, to get one of these resistors for the O2 sensor. What's awesome about that is that they didn't have the single packs in stock, so we had to buy the $15 pack for 100, and we'll have 99 extra, I guess. But we only needed that one, which is really tight. But we were really close. You have what, 5 more wires, like 4 ground and then this left?
4, I think, total.
4 total? That's not bad. So once that's all done, then the only things left will be just putting the pipe back on and then the blow-off valve. I keep saying blow-off valve when I mean the piping and the boost gauge. But all that's really simple. We just screw that back in and then we'll be good to go. And that's it. Then we'll be ready for the tune.
Basically. Not fully done.
Something else will be wrong, of course.
You have the key?
So what's the verdict?
Done, for sure.
Well, so now it's up to me to come in behind him and electrical tape all the solder and then do some cable management, plug it in, see if it works.
Yeah.
What are the chances that it works?
It should. Everything's in the right spot.
Well, that's a good thing. That's usually what you need it to be.
Because I messed up yesterday, remember? I had to go through and tear apart everything and redo it all.
Well, you had to double check, so that works perfect.
That's all that matters.
That was a lot of work.
The only one that isn't... I didn't do any of this stuff, but...
What?
Auxiliary gauge.
Well, we don't have that.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about that.
Yeah.
Did all the steps except for those two.
Him being Greg, of course.
Yeah.
So, let me get this done. We'll try to fire it up, and if that works, then we are ready for the tune.
Yeah.
So, I just finished up all my taping. I got to make it cleaner down there, but Steven decided to do some more weight sheddings because there's not really any reason to have that part of the dash. It doesn't serve any purpose. How's it coming?
There's a plug right here.
What is it?
I don't know. It's on the inside.
Let me see if I can see it. That appears to be... It's bolted to the back of the...
We'll just take it off.
Don't worry about it right now. Let me finish up my thing. So here's the end result of my cable management. I'm not mad at it. The Velcro ties are holding it down rather than zip ties in case we mess something up or need to redo anything. And then we have the ground cable mounted to the body right here. FIC is bolted down with the USB plug on the correct side. And so that will fit out the window and the door. And then our unintentional weight savings actually worked out because the ECU wouldn't have fit there had it still been there. So that's perfect. We're going to plug the battery back in and try to fire this biatch up.
I don't know what key one.
Alright, at least turn the key and see what happens. Don't start it yet. Okay. I'm not mad at that. The gauges still work.
Yeah, for the most part.
Radio works.
Radio works.
That's a good thing. I don't think you touched those cables though. Right? Does the gear shift lights on the dash still work when you change gears? Nice. It's a good thing.
And it has all the warning lights.
Alright. Well, give it a shot.
Ain't got nothing at all.
Just went off?
Yeah. Key doesn't do anything. Yeah.
That sucks.
Key does absolutely nothing.
It just all of a sudden fried? Here, let me take off the battery and try and put it back on.
Yeah.
Did you bolt it down?
No, I just stepped on it.
Oh.
Why is the battery in there?
Weight savings. Because we had to move some intercooler piping. Or we had to put intercooler piping right where the battery was. Alright, it's been removed and re-added.
Ain't got nothing.
Nothing. Car's dead. Brutal.
Are all the plugs in the right spot?
They should be.
I think they only go in one spot, so yeah.
Yeah, they're all different sizes. The fuel gauge is stuck on the correct spot. Let me check the battery thing up front. So I'm pretty sure I need to fix my fucking jalopy ass battery terminal thing up here, because all I did was just come jiggle it, and now all the dash lights are back and our door ajar jingle is back. So fuck. Something's tripping, I guess.
No fucking clue. Go wiggle it again.
And maybe it's just not okay.
I get everything as soon as you wiggle that.
So that post is the reason why it's not working. It must not be able to get solid power.
Seriously, get everything when you wiggle that.
You didn't take the key out, did you? Did you like turn it off and back on? Okay, well that's an improvement. Sounds like it's not getting fuel.
Fuel, spark, any of the above?
Yep.
Anything that I just did?
It's pretty brutal. Hey dude, well at least it turns over now. That's better.
Yeah. So it turns out Jonathan's wire management job was really good because he managed all these plugs that are supposed to be plugged in. He managed those away because they were in the way, but
They were no longer in the way, dude. I managed the
yeah,
cables.
that's what I'm saying. They were all managed. Wire management.
Is that plugged in now?
Yes.
Did you plug it in all the way?
Yeah. No idea. So, Jonathan's on the phone right now with AEM, and turns out we have some really dank news. And yeah, I said dank because that's exactly how this is described. So, this right here, it's an AEM FIC 6.
For a Honda.
For a Honda. Turns out those don't work with 4Gs, and you need the AEM FIC 8, which apparently wires in the same, but works with DSMs. So we're trying to figure out how to get that all fixed out. And he's on the phone with AEM trying to trade, basically, which
We'll see how that goes. I'm on hold. Been on hold.
probably isn't going to be a thing, but
Trying a bartering system.
turns out if
Give you my right leg for a new one.
this doesn't work, if you have a Honda, we have an AEM for you.
We may not in a little bit.
Just to trade us if this doesn't work out. And
If you happen to buy the DSM model and thought it would work in a Honda, let us know.
because it doesn't actually at all, so that's really cool.
Okay, so earlier I had my computer out here and installed the FIC 6 software on it, and it comes with a default like kind of baseline tune, and when I connected the FIC to the car, it said the software on the FIC itself and the computer, what was preloaded, did not match. So I pushed what was from the computer onto the FIC itself, and hopefully that will give it a baseline to try and start off of. And the battery is not plugged in, Senor.
Yeah, I noticed.
And so we're gonna try and start it up. If this doesn't work, then we're fucked. Hopefully not. Crossing those fingers. Thanks, homie. Brutal. So because all those calibrations are just all at 0,
Nothing worked.
I mean, it doesn't make sense for it Because it's just a base calibration. All it is just putting it back to stock.
Yeah.
So that calibration that was supplied is based with zeros and everything. Ignition, map,
Everything.
fuel, everything. So that's the reason why it doesn't work. So I don't think we did anything wrong because it still turns over. All the stuff comes on.
Yeah. It's just up to Greg.
Up to the tuners now. So we are ready. We have confirmation that our intercooler piping will be ready tomorrow or the next day. And that's it. We're ready.
Yeah.
So, fuck yeah, we're finally there, dude. It's been a long time coming, but...
And we put a sticker on the car.
Oh, yeah. Check it out. AAM sticker. It actually looks really good. Need to get a new City of Ship sticker for over here, but we'll do that at some point. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Too bad you're going away, dude. Could have been done this week.
No, it couldn't. We still have to wait for Pat, not this weekend, but next weekend. They're having a Subaru day this coming weekend, so we're looking at getting it tuned the last weekend of October, so Halloween weekend for those of you in the States. And we are going to get it done right after that. Or right then.
Yeah. Not right after that. Then.
No, then.
That
it better be then.
That day.
And we'll see you soon.